be looking at numbers of issues starting from River State. UNICEF donates 720,000 liters oxygen plant. On FCT, Tinubu launch CNG power buses. On education, 8G to crack down on substandard schools. Still on education, Unicol illegally mobilized 101 graduates for savings. That's from NYAC. On mother, man kills neighbor over single status questions. These are the issues we'll be looking at today. You can join us on all our media platforms. Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network. Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1. X, Atlantic TV Net. You can also watch us live on our website, atlanticnetwork.tv. When we return from this short break, I will introduce my guest for today's show. Do stay with us. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Society Watch on Atlantic Television Network. And joining me in this conversation this afternoon is a lecturer and senior administrative staff at Clifford University, Abia State. I'm talking about Dr. Obarido Thompson Okochi. It's amazing having you in the studio again today. You see the way I'm counting that name? It shows you how excited I am to have him.
Emma, thank you so much. Thank you, viewer, and welcome everyone.
And you look so good.
I appreciate it.
Oh, honestly, I think I'm going to drop my account details after now. Welcome back. All right, the first story for today is from River State. UNICEF, in partnership with the federal government, Canadian government, River State government, and IHS Towers, has handed over a 720,000 liters capacity oxygen plant to the River State government located at Eleme General Hospital. The plant is intended to enhance maternal, newborns, and child health services in the state by enhancing a consistent supply of life-saving medical oxygen. UNICEF country representatives Ms. Christiane Mohundet importance in improving healthcare outcome and reducing reliance on external oxygen supplies. Governor Siminala Yufobara assured that the facility would be well utilized, aligned with the state health policy. He noted that the state investment in healthcare attracted his project and urged the local communities to safeguard it. The State Health Commissioner, Dr. Adeze Ora, added that the facility can produce one. First of all, congratulations to River State citizens. And all thanks to all the people, the Canadians and the HIS that has...
and UNICEF.
And UNICEF that are collaborating to make this possible. But you, this is at Eleme. For them to do this, I suppose it's supposed to be for free. But, I mean, what happened if we eventually realize that people have started paying for this? And again, anyways, that's a by the way question.
Yeah.
Now, looking at these new developments, we know that we have this just in the General Hospital at Eleme. That is to say that it is certain. There are some hospitals you go to, they will tell you that the oxygen is not sufficient enough for the number of patients that they have. But here, it means that we are certain that anytime you go there from this period of time, that there would definitely be oxygen for these children, the newborns, the maternals, and all of that. Do you think this is enough for Rivers people?
It's a massive facility, a facility that will produce 720 liters of oxygen
daily.
It's massive, but do we have maintenance culture? Will this woman, with the country coordinator of UNICEF, will she come back in 2 months' time and we don't find one equipment broken down, this one is not working again, there was power surge, so this one burnt? Those are the problems I will have in my heart. And as I speak the minds of millions of Nigeria. I suppose that the concern will be how to maintain this facility. In other climes, you can come back 10 years, it's still running. Here in Nigeria, you come back 10 months, and it's no more working. Some thieves came in the night, some marauders came, they pulled out a cable. All those narratives, we should end them.
Okay, all those narratives, we should end them, according to you. So why can't we also end the narrative of always having in mind whenever there is a new invention, a new technology invented, that Nigerians cannot maintain it? So why can't we be optimistic that, okay, this one has come to stay, the people will be able to take care of this? Why are we always having a mindset of how are we not sure that this thing will break down? How are we not sure that this thing will not work? Is it every time? Is it that Nigerians are so careless or what?
The thing is, you see, those of us in social studies and human-related subjects, we don't just make these statements. It's because it's over time. This is Nigeria. We are going to be 64 by October, and that has been our history. That's why we ended by saying, let's change the narrative. As for the past, it's already there. The evidences are there. Everything has broken down. So
are you saying that there is nothing in Nigeria that was invented or imported that has been in existence till now? Are you trying to say that nothing lasts for 2 weeks, 2 months, or a year?
I don't know why you're asking me.
Yes, I have to ask because you are the way you are going about it is as if maybe Nigerians do not know how to maintain anything at all.
I wouldn't want us see. I wouldn't want us to go memory lane. Otherwise, that would take the whole day. But I will just give you an example. What is Nigeria Airways? So leave those things. We don't maintain. That's the issue. But it's our prayer that this one will last.
Just Nigerian Airways. So because that was not maintained, it means that other things are not being maintained. Okay, now that you have cited, you have given me example of the one that Nigerians could maintain.
Do you want me to go that?
What about the ones that Nigerians were able to maintain?
See, my worry, we are not going...
Medical, this is donation. This is almost a free treatment here. So don't you think the place is going to be congested? And what is the governor of the state planning to do to enlarge or not? Because of course you know that Eleme is not very far.
They didn't give us further details. But you see, when you have a plant, people come there to collect and then go and use at the facility where a patient is. It's not that all patients who need oxygen will come to Eleme, but that it will be a plant.
Okay.
So if I have a hospital in Omok, I have a hospital in Degema, I have a hospital at Abonima, I drive down with our ambulance or our vehicle, official vehicle, I sign out because it's an office.
Okay.
They'll create an office where people come. There is a storage. That's what I'm thinking, because when you talk of plants, all these things are involved. Then,
okay.
Because when you look at petroleum depot and you use that to juxtapose, you know that there's going to be a place where they manufacture, where they preserve, where they keep, and then people go and collect officially. If it is to pay a little, I don't know what they have in mind, whether it's totally free or subsidized. They pay, they collect their consignment and go and attach to the patients in their various facilities, various health facilities. But the plant in Eleme becomes the production center.
So that's to say, I mean, is this to say that the era of expensive administration of oxygen in River State has gone?
We may not say that for one reason. For the first reason is what you said. We are just starting. It has just been newly commissioned. We are going to wait to see how it will be effectively operated. That has been part of the prayer.
Okay.
That's number one. Then number two, it will depend on the number of patients. Because if you have like 2 million patients needing oxygen a day and you have 720 liters, then we are going to run a shortfall. So it appears from here we will not despise the day of little beginnings. Like the Bible will say, from here, we're expecting that there will be an expansion. One of the things I want to add is that Nigerians should not sit back and say, well, Canadian government, UNICEF, they have given us something, so we stop there. You can increase it in the next 1 year from 7.2 or whatever, so that the capacity, and then you can open another place. It can be in Abonima. If you look at the map of River State and you feel that element is this way, you can open Degema this way, or Abua this way, or Omok this way, so that accessibility is enhanced. But like I keep saying,
okay. One is from FCT. President Bola Tinubu lost 300 hybrid-powered compressed buses donated by the Depot and Petroleum Products Marketers Association of Nigeria at the Senate House in Abuja. Tinubu emphasized the importance of utilizing Nigerians' vast natural gas resources for transportation, calling it an economic necessity and a necessary solution to high transportation costs. He highlighted that commercial vehicles account for 80% of Nigeria's petroleum demands, and shift to CNG could transform the country's energy landscape. The CNG buses designed by Innocent Motors can carry up run on diesel. Papman Chairman Wilfred Akpani mentioned training provision for drivers and potential future donations, showcasing the private sector's commitment to these initiatives. Tinubu praised the development as a significant improvement for Nigeria's transportation system, motors, and Papman their contributions. Wow. Okay, I think today we're just going to be saying congratulations, 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 congratulations. Yeah, obviously, that's what is going to happen today. Once again, congratulations to Nigerians. Yeah, the CNG buses are ready, and it has been launched by our able President, Bola Tinubu. And of course, but right now, it's just in Abuja. And according to what they said, that this can carry up to 100 passengers at once. That's amazing. That is to say that there will be no, let's say there will be traffic again, because I mean 100 passengers in one vehicle. So you can imagine no more. But they say that this is going to at least alleviate the problems on transportation system. All right? High cost. So, do you think that this will have a way of at least affecting from the, let's say, the petroleum products? Because you know that right now there's going to be a low in demand. Why? Not because we have private vehicles who get their normal fuel gas to do whatever thing they want to do. But this is a natural compressed gas. So it means that this will have a way, or I'm asking, do you think this will have a way of affecting the commercial drivers?
Okay. Let me do your line again.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Come on now.
I will not sit here to test. But at the same time, I'll be a realist. You are designing 20 buses with that carry 100 persons at a time. Times 20, that's 1,000. If you launch the 20 at a time, that's 1,000 persons. And so if you have 40 million workers all over Nigeria and you are able to carry persons, what have you done?
But remember, this is just in Abuja for now.
Exactly the point I'm also making. Exactly the point I'm also, and even so that even within Abuja, you may have 5 million workers.
Oh,
you may
yeah.
have 2 million workers, and you have carried 1,000. What have you done? See, Emma, the truth is this. This country is late. It's behind. You are talking of 64 years, and this is when you are launching something like this. It's mind-boggling. If a 64-year-old child at 64, that's when it's learning to walk. So that's the thing. But forgive me, I don't want us to go back. You're
not going about that.
And cancel the congratulations.
There's a lot of I have a lot of things in my head right now based on what you just said. You know, all of us, we are saying that the government should do this. The government should do that.
This country.
That is to say that irrespective of where we are, there can still be transformation. I know you have said that before in this place, that irrespective of how old we are as Nigeria, I mean to say, there can be transformation. In that, if this CNG bus is ready now, the issue of subsidy is a bygone, and everything that Nigerians have been clamoring for is intact, and then we are starting life. Are you saying that it's a bad thing? So because we are 64, and then we are just starting this, so they shouldn't do it at all. Nigerians should just stay and wait. Then with what you have just said, that we are 64 and we are just starting this, I'm asking you this question. Why are Nigerians on the streets protesting?
You have come back to what I'm saying now. We are not doing well.
But why are they on the streets protesting? Is it not for transformation?
Yes, it is.
And is CNG bus not one of the transformation that we want?
How? How? How is this one an answer to Nigeria's issues? Emma, let's not trivialize this matter. This is going to carry 2,000 people, where 220 million Nigerians is nothing.
It's nothing.
I said it is nothing. See, that runs as a country. I am told, I've not been to Russia, I am told that the Russian transportation system delivers 10 million workers in 1 hour.
How did they start? Did they just start by delivering 10 million?
It's the same thing I'm saying now.
Didn't they start Russia that you're talking about? Did they not start from?
I'm with you.
Then when you said that this is not okay, don't you think?
Yes.
Don't you think that this is a welcome development?
I have
and
said
then when this is okay,
yes,
we test it like they have tested and I say it's okay.
Yes.
Are you saying that the government is going to just end by 100? Remember,
yes,
that the 720,000 liters of oxygen can now be produced in Port Harcourt in Eleme. Then you advise the governor and also others who like this development that they should not just stop at one. So it means that if people go to get this oxygen and it's up to 1,000 of individuals that need this in a day and it's not enough, there is every right? So when you are saying that in Russia they started this, in India they started, did they just start in a day and make the place what it is?
No, but see, the point I'm making is let us not begin to over-celebrate as if this has solved our problem. That was what brought this. We acknowledge that it's a beginning, but let's not over-expand it and make it look as if, oh, we have arrived. We have not even started. 2,000 people delivered, and you have 220 million Nigerians. You have not touched anything. It's not even up to the size of a tip of the iceberg.
Why are you saying? Remember that carrying the 2,000, the 2,000 is in a day.
I agree now. We're doing simple mathematics.
Okay.
You carry 2,000 you carry 2,000. That's if you are able to launch the 20 at a time.
Yes, which has been launched.
That is what. No, the launch I mean is if they move out.
Okay.
Not the commissioning.
Okay.
But if they move out at the same time, 100% per bus times 20 buses, 2,000. Maybe they drop them. Let's hope that hold up, because hold up will be another issue.
Okay.
Then they drop them and return, and then pick another set. I'm saying at the end of the day, it's still a scratch. Okay,
so this brings me back to my question that you have not answered.
Yes.
Now that CNG bus has been launched by our president.
Yes.
This is to say that if commuters, if passengers were paying, let's say, 100 naira for transportation, the money would definitely reduce to, let's say, 20 naira. We are just assuming if it is not completely free, right?
Yes, yes.
So don't you think that this will have a way of affecting the drivers that are doing this work for, this is their daily jobs that they use in putting food on their table. So by the time we have 20,000 entering a free bus, so what happened to the people that are using this as their own?
It will not. It will not affect them.
It won't affect them.
Yes,
why?
I'll give you a little. I'll give you a little bit of history. When Keke Marwa was introduced, that was how we felt like it will affect drivers. When Okada people, motorbikes, we felt that. But the issue is that Nigerians were so many. We're so many that I don't know what you.
Okay.
And you carry 20,000. Who carries the remaining 4-point-something million? So we still need everybody. The system has not been able to cater for everyone. So nothing you produce adversely affect the other because the market will still be there.
Okay,
that's the point I'm
Dr.
trying to
Okoche,
make.
remember that this initiative is not just going to stop in Abuja.
Yes.
It's going to move to other states.
Yeah, hopefully, because they didn't say so.
Yes, it's going to move to other. This is a welcome development that we have to be optimistic about, all right?
Yes.
It's going to move passengers at once if they happen to move out at once.
2,000 for the 20 buses for now.
Okay.
Until they increase. That's why I keep saying that the 2,000 is really nothing.
It's really not okay, but if they
and 20 buses, that's nothing.
All right. Dr. Okochi said we should not over-celebrate about this.
Exactly. Forgive me my trespass.
Well, that's for you. I don't know what others are going to say, but we will not still stop saying congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
And then on education,
voice, yes.
federal government is set to address substandard schools building nationwide. Dr. Ahmed Bobobie, Executive Council of the Hubei, emphasized that the commissions will no longer tolerate poor quality constructions. He urged State Universal Board Education,
Education Board.
Basic Education Board in school infrastructure, highlighting the importance of creating safe learning environments. Bob Boyi also announced that motors will be deployed to overseas sites and stressed that the need for responsible use of funds to avoid incidents like recent building collapse in Just. UBEB is collaborating with NBRRI and Corn from this short break. We will take a look at this story. Just stay with us. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Society Watch on Atlantic Television Network. And now, the rest of our stories. Meanwhile, before we went on the short break, we were actually on the story about education. The federal government is set to address something. You can attest what happened at Just, where a school collapsed, school building collapsed, and then claimed a lot of lives, which was is a history that a lot of persons might never forget anytime soon. So, what do you think about what the federal government have said? That they are going to, they will no longer tolerate a substandard school building. Remember, structures. Remember that it's not just about a particular state. In the 36 states of the states, the country, do you understand? And there are some places that if you go there, you will wonder whether this is one is government school. I mean, there are so many. So how are they planning to do this within a year or two to make sure that all the buildings are standard? Are they going to demolish those buildings and rebuild again? What exactly are they planning to do? Because what we have here is that there will no longer school building infrastructures, but they didn't talk about how they want to do it.
Emma and you are not the type that will speak colorful words.
Is your word black and white?
I say I'm not the type. maybe ash color.
Your words are ash color.
Or colorless.
All right.
Anyway.
Let's go.
The truth is, there are no standards in this country. And is that the only kind of calamity that faces schools? We hear of hoodlums enter a school and collect 200 people, 200 pupils and their teachers.
But don't you think they want to start from somewhere instead of leaving everything behind like that?
See, when we keep saying start from, if you see a 64-year-old man starting with how to suck a feeding bottle, are you going to address it?
Dr. Okochi,
so we have passed this. We have passed this stage. Nigeria is late. That's the point I'm making.
Dr. Okochi, you keep saying
we should be advancing.
Dr. Okochi, you keep saying this. You keep saying this. When you say we should be advancing in what ways? I want to ask you a question. Your house is leaking. Are you going to leave we are late? we should be advancing. And then people are saying, give us, the government is awake, trying to amend those things. How do you move forward when you have not cleared what is in front of you?
Try to amend what? This is just publicity stunt.
Okay.
Try to amend
what?
What dealing with one building, 2 buildings. We are dealing with 36 states and a federal capital territory. Statement. How many of these states are you touching with this type of statement? How many? It's just like what we are talking about. City. You come up with a pittance and you want to celebrate that. How many other countries in Africa are talking of with standardized school buildings? And we just continue. It's a vicious cycle. Just continue.
Indeed, Nigerians are moving forward on
that the measure should not be less than 4% of the national budget. Go and check the education.
How should they invest in education when the environment for the learning is not conducive?
Who is the cause why environment for learning is not conducive?
And that is, don't you think that's why the federal government wants to make the environment conducive and a good classroom?
How? When they are still talking of the future, they're still talking of how something happened in Jos and the children were killed. See, we are not going anywhere. Leave all this pretense. It's just for publicity so that people will celebrate them that they are working.
They didn't talk about, they only brought instance of what happened at Jos. And according
to the 36 states and federal capital territory and check the...
Let's have this conversation. Make me understand. How should they invest in education when there are no conducive environments for students,
we will come
for
to
the
that.
Children to sit down and learn?
Ima, we will come to that. Get the point I'm making first and let the... If the vice president's residence was pulled down and rebuilt for 21 billion naira for 1 man's residence. Pull down all schools in the 36 states and federal capital territory that are substandard. Create a budget, 200 billion, and then give us new schools. We'll commission them. Then we can come back to this studio and say we are talking. Not all this.
So for now, the federal government has not done anything.
This is nothing. Am I going to praise this? Me, at my age. Praise this?
They shouldn't praise this.
I will not, and I can be sued for that, and I'll go and defend it. I will not, because you have created substandardness in the country, and substandardness is following what you have created, and you're coming here to lament.
Okay, all right. So let's the next story is still on education. National Youth Service Corps accused the University of Calabar of fraudulently mobilizing 101 graduates, including 99 for national service and 2 for exemption during the 2021-2023 service year. The NYSC announced the invalidation of these individuals' national service certificate, emphasizing its commitment to preventing qualified graduates, especially from accredited universities from receiving NYSC certificates. The public and relevant organizations were urged to verify the authenticity of NYSC certificates and exemption letters. The University of Calabar has not yet responded to the accusation. All right, a fast one for this. According to NYSC, that University of Calabar are now mobilizing, that's fraudulently mobilizing graduates for youth service and also giving some exemption later. Is it that these people did not actually graduate? How is it fraudulently?
I am glad we are talking this way now. That is what we have been saying. That's what we have been saying. Everywhere you find rot, something smelling, something petrifying, everywhere collapse, just like that. There's systemic failure here and there. See, we have over 160 universities in Nigeria, and you are catching only one. You are catching only one. Please, let's go to another thing.
But no, we will not go to another thing. We have to look at that. But according to NYC, if they say graduates, it means that these people are done with school, right? So I'm wondering how the fault is from University of Calabar. How are they mobilizing them when they are graduates and they have everything that is required to proceed to youth service, and they are saying that this is fraudulently. How is that fraudulent?
Well, we don't have all the details, but if NYSC has its parameters for identifying who qualifies, because they have their parameters, and probably in the course of checking or cross-checking, they find that people have been inserted from because universities send lists of those who should be mobilized, demobilized, and or deployed, as it were. It's generated from the universities, but NYSC does checking to be sure that these people qualify. Because see, the moment you issue NYSC certificate, it's a little embarrassing to go and start recalling it. So the best thing is to do due process. In the course of doing their due process, they probably have found out that certain persons have been added to the list that ought not to be added. But then my point is, only one university.
Well,
out of 160.
Well, we have out of 160. Maybe
the leave that thing. The system.
159 is actually, clear, and then it's just one.
Ayua.
That's what we have.
According to Zebodiah, Ayua.
All right. This one is really interesting. All right. The next one, the last story for today, is on murder. I'm saying it's interesting. At the same time, it's not. Okay, a man kills neighbor who kept asking him why he was still single. A 45-year-old Indonesian man has allegedly killed a 60-year-old neighbor after being repeatedly asked why he wasn't married. The incident occurred on July 29 on South Taipelu Agency, North Sumatra, as reported by AT Assistant Police Commissioner Maria Mapung. Identified the victims as Asing Rianto, the alleged attacker, Prelindungang. Singa reportedly grew increasingly frustrated with Iranto's president's persistent questioning regarding his single status. Oh, wow. Let me sit well.
Exactly.
Dr. Okochi.
Yes.
A man killed his neighbor for asking him one question. Why are you still single? This question has come up persistently, and he couldn't bear it again, and he killed the person in question, 60-year-old.
Yes.
So please.
When I read the story, I felt that although it happened in Indonesia, are there lessons for Nigerians? Please, Nigerians, mind your business. Mind your business. Even the Bible counsels that we should not be busybody. Somebody is not married. You have asked once. You have asked twice. Probably thrice. It's enough.
But is that wrong? Is it a wrong question?
What is wrong is the repeatedness.
Don't you think
it kept repeating and irritating?
But don't you think it's because maybe the person in question did not give her or him answer?
Then leave it that way. You don't have to get an answer. You don't force an answer. Okay, now where is he? You are looking for answer and you are in the grave. So leave the matter. Emma, why are you not married? I asked you yesterday, I asked you today, and I ask you tomorrow. Case closed. Face my work. I'm a PhD student, so I face my PhD. Not the fourth day I'm asked until Emma kills me. No need for that.
But
no need for that. no need for that. What has he gained now?
Wow.
Sorry, we are laughing. This is tragic, but at
it's
least
actually not
lesson.
Funny. But
it's a lesson. Nigerians,
please help me advise Nigerians.
Exactly.
Or not just Nigerians, because this happened in Indonesia. It can happen anywhere.
It can happen anywhere.
So
exactly.
just.
Yes, Nigerians. Let me address you, even though I'm not the president. But let me address you, please. If you ask a question and the answers are not forthcoming the way you expect, and you have asked again, your senses should be able to say, I have gone off limit. Leave the matter. You didn't create the person. So don't force the person. If God is not embarrassed that the person is not yet married, why are you embarrassed? Why are you bothered? Leave the matter so that you don't go into the grave just because you are looking for answers.
But the word of God says we should be our brother's keepers.
But not our brothers' irritants. That's the issue. It's not our brothers' irritants. See what I would have said if it were myself.
Okay, don't you think, what if the person in question wanted to give him wife?
Well, if he wanted to give him wife, he can't be asking repeatedly. Show him the wife. That was what God did. God didn't just ask Adam, why are you single? Hold on now. God, God was not just asking Adam, why are you single? The Bible says he made Adam sleep. He fashioned a woman and brought it. So Adam said, lo and behold, thank you, Father. So get him a wife. Arrange things for him. Not, why are you not? And you know, don't forget that although we are looking at this matter, adding some humor so that we'll survive the tragedy.
Exactly.
The point is that the manner in which the man, as according to authorities, was quite frustrating. We must be careful. If we want to truly be our brother's keepers, then we should not be our brother's irritants.
Wow. Okay, like Dr. Okochi said, we are not laughing because it's funny. We don't want to feel the impact. A man killed his neighbor for asking him repeatedly, why are you still single? I know over here in this part of the world, we use it as a joke. We want to ask people questions that, should I call it rhetorical? Something that normally you will keep to yourself. You just want to do, he called it busybody. When you ask someone question once or twice and answer is not forthcoming, the best thing to do is to leave it. Better still, change topic. A man has just claimed another man's life because of this single question. You don't know the state of depression that he or she is that moment. Some persons are depressed, but they are still smiling, and you will not know what is going on inside. So we should learn to mind our business. Yes, you can be your brother's keeper, but at the same time, don't overdo. To avoid, be careful. Thank you so much, Dr. Okochi.
Thank you sincerely. So glad.
I'm
so glad. I'm so glad today, you know.
All right.
Congratulations, Nigeria, for all the successes, and then work on our failures. God bless.
Thank you, all viewers. I am Immaculata Irikana. You can join us on all our media platforms, Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network, Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1, X Atlantic TV Net. You can also watch us live on our website, atlanticnetwork.tv. Remember that peace and unity are the pathways to progress. Thank you for joining us and continue to stay connected on ATN socials till we come your way next time. Good afternoon.